Alright, well, welcome everybody. It's me, Shapiro. We're doing Inspector Gadget again, and we're gonna explore the albums. And why are there 19 different albums for this movie? Interesting, right? Let's dig into it. I probably shouldn't even have this out here because it's not Inspector Gadget, but I thought it was kind of cool. So, John Debney did both the scores for both of these films. And I mean, they're both exactly the same type of film, am I right? Okay, well, they're not at all, but anyways, I thought that was kind of cool, and I just happen to have the Layer soundtrack nearby. We should do a series on Layer sometime. There might be just enough to cover there. Alright, so there was a Smanstown single for Inspector Gadget. Then, there were 2 soundtracks put out. And the name of the song was I'll Eat All Your Vegetables For You, was the name of the song. Smanstown was kind of an NSYNC Backstreet Boys kind of mashup, because it's 1999 this movie came out, so they were definitely trying to capitalize on that a bit. And so I don't know which of these is more common. They're both kind of obscure and hard to find. One thing I'll say about this soundtrack is I've seen the movie, I played the soundtrack, and I did not hear a single song from the movie that my ear caught. Then again, I ain't have ears. But then again, it could just be because this was a Momox sale. You know how those go. But, Momox. But yeah, I mean, the same song, singles on there. And then a bunch of songs that I don't know what version of the movie they've put these in. But it said inspired by, so I don't know if they just were like, hey, we can license these 12 songs that were not in the movie. We'll put them in there. I don't know, but I mean, it's rare to see a soundtrack in my memory that has 20 songs on it. So they kind of maxed out there. So yeah, I'll open up and show you the Sparrows Town disc, and then there's this one. And yeah, good old Hollywood record. They never let you down. But yeah. I mean, here's another look at the 381 songs that are on this album, and I don't know where they got them from, to be honest. You are not going to believe this, but when I turn the page, they tell you to buy the other album, which the single is already on this, so I don't know why they're promoting it. Yeah, there's another page. And yeah, that's what those kind of look like, And so yeah, one of my favorite composers, Dr. John Debney, did this version. This is the score release of the soundtrack. What's interesting about this is there's no barcode on the back, so it could be that I'm just well connected and I happen to have the disc straight from his management. Hard to say for sure. But this one does go up to 34 tracks, and I just said a moment ago, like 20 is kind of crazy. 16 is a lot, but this has 20. 34 pieces on it. And there's not such a thing as a dual layer CD, but there's a lot on here. So yeah, this might not have been a publicly released album. It might have just been, hey, I want to get my client more scoring jobs, and I'll just send this around. It's a good score. Then again, it does have, I don't know, it's a very interesting disc art on it. Then again, what are the odds? I didn't know this before I opened it, but there's a layer also being plugged on there. It does say on the disc here, not for sale, for promo purposes only, so yeah, I think that's what we're dealing with. That's probably why there ain't no barcode, but you know how Shapiro is. I only have the latest stuff here in these collections. But I mean, let's smash it flat. I mean, what a range of movies he did the scores for. I haven't seen half of those, but yeah, wide-ranging genres, I'd say. But yeah, if you want them to release it, just go to your local Sam Goody and ask if there's a petition to release the Inspector Gadget score. Alright, well, I'm exhausted from this lineup, but we'll see you next time. We'll do more Inspector Gadget very soon in this series. We'll see you then. We got a very big finger pointing at my head. Is that like a carpal tunnel replacement wrist? Was that kind of the plot point of